Hey there! Thanks for checking my channel, Code Rush, and for joining me as I document the process of learning to code. In this video, I'm going to set up my environment so I can follow up with the Odin project lessons. Here we are at the installation overview. It's a general lesson, and here I found out that Windows is not natively supported by the Odin project because it was written for Linux, and I'm presented with three choices: a VirtualBox virtual machine, dual boot Ubuntu installation, or Windows subsystem for Linux. I've Google searched a bit to see if I can go around these three choices, and what I found is that most exercises and lessons can be done on native Windows, making this step optional. But as they also state in this lesson, if I need their support along the way, on Discord for example, they can provide it for Windows. I decided to go for VirtualBox Virtual Machine. That will allow me to have another operating system, in this case Linux, inside my native Windows. Okay, now that I made my choice, in the next lesson I'll find all the instructions to install VirtualBox and Xubuntu. I'm gonna click Next for the next lesson. And here I can find out that virtual machine is also the option recommended by Odin project. Probably is the painless one for someone at the beginning like me. Yeah, maybe let's read a bit. And they are saying installing a virtual machine is the easiest and most reliable way to get started. What else? There's an entire computer emulation that runs inside the okay, we know that from the last lesson. The main drawback of a VM is that it can be slow because you're essentially running two computers at the same time. So, it can be slow. What else? Installing a VM is a straightforward process. This guide uses Oracle VirtualBox program to create and run the VM. And it's an open source one, free and easy to use. Important. I think we should read the important stuff. Once you have completed these instructions, you are expected to work entirely in the VM. Maybe this will be a plus for my focus. Maximize the window and add more virtual monitors if you have them. Fire up the internet browser in the whisker menu on the top left of the desktop. You should not be using anything outside the VM while working on the Odin project. Okay, because it's slow. Okay. If you feel like having a good understanding after using the VM for a while and or want to improve your experience, we recommend dual boot Ubuntu, which there are instructions for below. I will keep my VirtualBox option and I will follow their first step, which is to download it. I will click on the link they provide to download. Here we are. Need a Windows host 1. Click again on it to download it. Okay, this is done. Now I'm going to download Xubuntu because this is what they provide in the instructions. Xubuntu 22.04. Wow, too many. Okay, so I need the one ending in .iso. There are a few files listed here. Download the one ending in .iso. Okay, so from all those files, the one ending in .iso. Let's click again. I'll take the first one ending in .iso. Okay. Ooh. 2.8 gigabytes. What else they say here? It is recommended that you pick the latest long-term support version. You may be tempted to choose a more recent non-LTS release. Okay, but this is what the link gives us. By default, 22.04 version, so I'm not gonna get into that. Xubuntu is still downloading. This will take a bit longer than the VirtualBox to download, but I can still install the VirtualBox. Installing VirtualBox is very straightforward, doesn't require much technical knowledge, and is the same process as installing any other program on your Windows computer. Double clicking the downloaded VirtualBox file will start the installation. Okay, double click. Now I have the Oracle VM install box on the screen. What else? If you receive an error about needing Microsoft Visual 2019 redistributable package, you can find it on official Microsoft Learn page. Hope not. I don't want this error. Now I got a bit scared about the whole thing. Should I go back? I'll click next. Okay. During the installation, you'll be presented with various options. We suggest dropping the Python support as you don't need it by clicking on the drive icon with an arrow and choosing entire feature will be unavailable. So I don't need Python. I'm gonna drop it. Press the X. Entire feature will be unavailable. Done. Okay. And this is how your installation window should look like after turning it off. Looks the same, no? Okay. And now make sure you install the application on C drive, as it has tendency to error out otherwise. It's on my C drive. The virtual machine itself can be installed anywhere, but we'll get to that soon. So I have it on the C drive. I click next now. Warning network interfaces. I'm gonna click yes. What else? Okay, install. I'll install it and wait. Okay, anytime now. Click finish. And here's the Oracle VirtualBox. I'll make it a bit smaller to see the instructions. Looks pretty. I like the icons. Now what? Let's see. Now that you have VirtualBox installed, launch the program. Once open, you should see the start screen. Okay, exactly what I have, only has lighter theme. I need to make it smaller a bit so it fits here. Okay, so click on the new button to create a virtual operating system. Where's the new button? Add, new, here it is, new. Click new. Xubuntu. Okay, what's next? If you want the VM installed somewhere else, then default C location, change that accordingly in the folder option. I'll leave it like this. Installed on the C location. This is the place where your virtual disk will reside. Make sure that you've got at least 30 gigabytes. Yeah, I have 30 gigabytes for this. So yeah, remember 30 gigabytes. In ISO image, choose other. ISO image. Okay, other. You'll see a window open for you to find that ISO file on your PC. Most likely in the downloads folder. Okay, click on downloads folder. And here it is. Click it again. Okay. What else? Now begin the unattended guest OS install setup. You should see a window like this one now, where I have to tick the guest additions and install in background. Okay, let's check them as in the picture, guest addition and install in background. Okay, check and check. And also I have to change the username and password fields. Okay, username. Let's add my username. I'm gonna use CodeRush. And the password, it will be change me. Okay, the password should be lowercase and no more than 32 characters. Okay, don't use uppercase. I've written the password. Next. Okay, hardware. Set your base memory to at least 2048 megabytes or more if possible. The upper limit is half of your total RAM. 4096. That's in the picture. I'm gonna set it to this. Yes. 4096 megabytes. Also, what else? The processor, you want this to be at 2 and no more. Okay, 2. Set 2, set the recommended 4096. Okay, all good, exactly like in the pic. And leave enable FEI as it is. This is unchecked. Next. And now add the virtual hard disk. They say if you wish, you can add a virtual hard disk to the new machine. You can either create a new hard disk file or select an existing one. I'll create one like in the pic. Okay, put 30 gigabytes. This is what they also recommended giving the VM. Okay, 30 gigabytes. I have 30 gigabytes on C. Okay, now begin the unattended installation. Click next to be taken to a summary page on which you can click finish. Okay, next. Okay, this is a summary page. Let's click finish. The unattended installation begins. What's this? It's not like in the pic. Not in hypervisor partition. It is possible that we'll receive an error like this one after clicking finish. Great. That's what I have here. Let's see how to fix it. It means you have to enable virtualization in your computer's BIOS settings. Alternative set of instructions. That's what I have here. I have to fix it now, fix this error. Enabling Intel VTX, okay. And this is a set of instructions. Okay, the Odin project really took care of everything, even the errors. They say to reboot the computer and open the system's BIOS menu. Okay, I have to reboot my PC. So if you have the same problem, you can follow these instructions. Okay, and now it works. I have the window like in the picture. No more errors. What else? What else? After you deal with it, just start the machine and let things happen. You'll know that the process has finished when you see a login screen. Okay, let's start it. Let's start the installation. Finally, the installation is over. Okay, what else now? I can see the login screen. Let me log in. Finally, I have the virtual machine. Let's see what's next. Okay, due to how the unattended installation is configured by VirtualBox, your account doesn't have proper sudo permissions equivalent to run as administrator. So I need sudo permissions now. Navigate to users and group now. In the top left of your window. Okay. Click in the top left of your window. Type users. And here it is, users and groups. Okay, click on it. Manage groups. In the window that just came up, you want to click on manage groups. Click somewhere on the list and type sudo. Okay, manage groups. Type sudo on your keyboard. Okay, click and type sudo. Okay, and we have sudo highlighted exactly as in the picture. Click properties. Okay. And in the window that shows up, tick your user's name like this. Here I am, Code Rush. Checked. Okay, like in the picture. You need to authenticate to modify the system configuration. And now I'll put the password. Okay. Now we have to reboot the VM. You can open terminal window by doing Ctrl-Alt-T. Let's first close everything here. I'm still getting used, sorry, with the interface. Okay, close. Ctrl-Alt-T at the same time. And we have to type reboot. Here's the terminal. Reboot. And enter. Okay. Let's wait a bit. Okay, now I have to log in again. I'm using my password. What else? Alternatively, you can click on the icon, then click on the power icon in bottom right and pick restart. Okay, so we have alternatives. We don't always need to reboot from the terminal. But next, test your newly gained sudo privileges. We can use this to update our Xubuntu through the terminal. Open the terminal. Okay, Ctrl-Alt-T. And use these commands one after another. Sudo apt update. Okay, password for Code Rush. I need to write the password now. Okay, and it's updating. And sudo apt upgrade. Okay, yes. We type I. Okay, this is done also. Now I have to understand my virtual machine. Okay, to use full screen or multiple displays, settings, user interface, check show at top of screen. It's just like in the picture. All your work should happen in the virtual machine. They said that already, but okay, so all the other installation are supposed to happen here in our virtual machine. Okay, what else? Basically, they teach us how to take screenshots with shift and print screen. Okay. They also teach us how to shut down the virtual machine. Okay. So this is a list of tips to use the virtual machine and get familiar with it. But yeah, now I have it installed on my PC. Yay! Now that I have set my environment with VirtualBox and Xubuntu, I'll install Google Chrome by following again the Odin project instructions. And for Google Chrome installation, they are at the end of the lesson. I'm gonna open the Linux section because our virtual machine runs on Linux, okay? And to download Google Chrome, I will have to open my terminal by pressing at the same time Ctrl-Alt-T. And now I have to run a long command in the terminal. Hope I'm not gonna mess it up. And now Google Chrome is downloading on my virtual machine. The second step is to install it. For installation, I have to use another command. Okay, and there's a mistake. It's sudo, not sudo, or whatever I wrote here. So sudo, let's do it again. And now I have to enter my password because it's required. Okay, and now I'm installing Google Chrome, or at least the terminal, it's installing Google Chrome. You might see a notice starting with download is performed on Sandbox. Yep. Okay, you don't need to worry about it. I'm not gonna worry. It's already too much in this video. Now I have to delete the installer file. So, we've downloaded Google Chrome. We've installed Google Chrome. And now we're deleting the installer file from the terminal. We just start using Chrome, I guess. It's done. Let's find it. So we can start Chrome in two ways: by clicking Google Chrome from the applications menu or using Google Chrome command from the terminal. I'm gonna try to find it here in the applications menu. Okay, here it is. Lovely. You can open it. We have it here. Sorry for the glitches. And yeah, it's here. But what I really want to do is to try to make a shortcut on my virtual machine desktop. Let's see if I can do this. At the desktop. Okay. And now I have Google Chrome in my virtual machine and I can start using it. I'm really happy about how I managed to set up the environment. To be honest, I was a bit scared at the beginning of messing up my computer. But I guess installing a virtual machine is not the same thing as dual booting, in which I don't want to engage right now at the beginning. Installing a virtual machine is like any other app, only it requires more attention. And thanks to the Odin project's instructions, which are amazing because they consider even the errors you might encounter, I felt pretty safe in what I did today. Thanks for watching the video, and if you want, you can let me know in the comments how the first VM installation was for you.